count in my soul, lost a part of me, but where do we go from here? I really can't see a way. Go from here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Test. Oh. Hello. Okay, I can hear myself.
Testing.
Yep. Just trying to make sure that y'all are able to hear us. Test. Okay. Just had to increase the USB. All right. So we should be good. We should be solid for the most part. All right. And without further ado, we will begin in 3, 2, 1, and good afternoon, everyone. What is going on? Episode 129 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I am your host, Silrex Senpai, and across the table from me is my co-host, Waluigi.
Good afternoon. Glad to be back at it again with a new episode, new guest, and everything else.
Yes, and our guest is none other than Protoman2, a.k.a. Just Dan Dan.
What's going on, gang? It's me, your boy. I'm finally here.
Hell yeah.
Of course, here, as y'all already know, the podcast will be available on all audio hosting platforms. Just look us up, South Florida Gamers Podcast, and we should be there. And then, of course, this stream or this podcast episode is currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. But I believe that YouTube is going to be our permanent and primary channel going forward. We'll still stream to the other platforms and whatnot, but YouTube will be probably the main focus. So going forward, just to let you guys know. And of course, a big shout out to all of our followers, our subscribers, for
Yeah.
those that are continually following the podcast, sharing the content, and, just keeping it alive. And of course, motivating us to continue to keep bringing you guys more episodes, more guests, so on and so forth. And even though we've been on a slight little hiatus, but, we're coming up on summer season and it's going to be very busy. So we got some interesting stuff that we're going to be doing over the course in a couple of weeks. So definitely stay tuned on our journey. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of today's episode. And that is with our guest, Just Dan Dan. And here on this podcast, we have a tradition to where we always ask our guests, what is it that got them into gaming? Give us your gaming origin story. So the mic is yours.
Yes, my gaming origin story, and it all started when I was born.
Damn. That's so early.
Okay, but jokes aside, growing up, I really didn't have the most gaming consoles growing up. In regards to just whatever is out at the time. I mean, I didn't have an N64 growing up. I didn't have an PlayStation growing up.
Oh, okay.
All I had was, I guess you can count it as that, a Genesis plug and play. And I saw it
Oh.
on a Google photo as of like a few days ago. Yeah, a few days ago. So, and that was kind of just the first console I ever had. It wasn't really a real.
Oh, that's the
Genesis.
first time I've heard that in a minute.
Yeah, those real
Yeah.
good plug and play games.
I know
Just-
about those. I used to have one.
Yeah, you just put them on the TV and call it a day. Really,
He's got a bunch of games.
basically. And in my memory, I think what was on those things were, I think it had 6 games. It had, if I can remember correctly, it was Alter Beast. What was it? Alter Beast, Flicky, Kid Chameleon. I think that was it. And this Sonic the Hedgehog, you may ask. Needless to say, I just gone closer to Sonic 1 for the most part, and this franchise has single-handedly ruined my life.
I would have been able to tell. I'm teasing.
But joking aside, but yeah, that's basically how I got into just Sonic and just gaming in general, for the most part.
That's
'cause-
cool. That's starting at a young age. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, and what was it? Yeah, I think. I guess the closest thing I ever had that was really out at the time, I guess, was a Game Boy Advance.
Hell yeah.
It was,
Classic.
yeah, it was the OG model, not the SP. I didn't get that so much later.
So you had the Fat Boy model.
The one where you just flip over.
No backlight.
So you had the Fat Boy model, the big gray Fat Boy
Yeah, that
with
one,
the 4 batteries in the back.
basically.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people started into handheld gaming. It was either Fat Game Boy or one of those
The flip one.
those makeshift handheld games, those electronic games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where you just have like a little sprite that was just like jumping around and whatnot. You just had to power it with batteries. Like those were
Holy
the
2000
alternatives.
Holy 2000.
Basically, the Game & Watch.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's kind of like, I guess, the first handheld I got, at least what was even remotely out at the time. But my first game wasn't really a Sonic game per se. It was mostly Mario.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone starts off with a
That
Mario
is
game.
true.
It was not Super Mario Bros. 3. It wasn't Yoshi's. Well, I did get Yoshi's Island a little later, around Christmas time.
Oh, okay.
But I think my first Mario game was Mario Bros. 2.
Okay.
Hey, did you know that Mario Bros. 2 is not a Mario game, but Doki Doki Panic?
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh lord.
Joking aside, but yeah, that's the first Mario game I ever played.
Nice. So from then on, and this was by far your earlier years of gaming or whatnot. So as you got into your teenage years, what other games that you've got into that you've throughout your journey as you reach adulthood?
Yeah, I think I had What was it? I think I had basically a PS1, but that was like way later to my teenage years from my dad, because he got me. Well, two games were on it. It was a racing game
Mhm.
and Pac-Man World,
Oh yeah,
which
Okay.
was one of my
I
favorite
forgot
games.
about Pac-Man World existing.
Yes,
I knew about the
that's-
second one, but I forgot the first one was ever a thing.
Yeah, which I was very happy that that game got a remake, because I bought that instantly when I was hearing it announced on a Nintendo Direct back then.
Oh wow.
So it was one of the most replayable games I ever played. Either that or Sonic 1
Ooh.
to a lesser extent. And then over time, I did get a PS2, which I think my cousin gave me, if I can give it a yearish. But I only had like a few games on it. I believe I had Jack and Daxter, which
Classic.
had the
Banger.
first two games. I
Good.
didn't play much of the second game because yeah, it's a little bit more edgier than the first game.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, because that's when it really with for those that don't remember Jack and Daxter, back in the PS2 era. The first one, it was very kind of lighthearted, and then the second one definitely took a different shift at this time to where Jack is actually speaking more,
Yeah.
and he gets affected with dark ego, and now you get to see this new version of Jack that you've never would have thought that okay, now he's a little bit more edgier, but continue.
Trust me. I mean, we got Shao the Hedgehog,
Yeah.
and that in and of itself was just like just trying to be the more edgier crowd. But getting off topic, those were the two games I had. I had Ratchet and Clank. I had
Ooh.
Up Your Arsenal and Going Commando. So I haven't really played Ratchet and Clank in a minute for the sake of Rift Apart is a thing, and I have a PS5 now, so
You
I
might
have
as
no
well.
excuse.
I mean, for me, I've played all of them, so I wouldn't say you're missing out on a lot of good ones or whatnot, but I would say a good chunk of them were about filler. I know that there was one on the PS4 that was pretty much like a reboot of the very first one, and it had like some elements of the first one and the second one put together, and that was the PS4 version, and then that PS4 version also was like they had another sequel which was the PS5 version, which was Rift Apart.
And I think I did get the PS4 version for the sake of, because I remember it was something I can able to, because Sony was like, "Hey, you can get this game for free," and
Yeah.
I got it. So, and I did watch the movie, which was like way long ago when it came out in theaters. It was okay, considering that it was just an origin story of how those two came to be.
I
Right.
forgot that was a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes. Yeah, that's classic.
Mm-hmm. And I think I also had, if I can remember, and I did have my fair share of Sonic games here and there. It was Sonic Heroes. I had Shadow the Hedgehog.
Sonic Heroes is a classic.
Yes, it is.
I had what was it? And also had Sonic Unleashed, which was also on the PS2. But basically, everyone had the PS3, Xbox 360 version. But I grew up with that version before getting that one.
How would you rate the performance of the PS2 version? Because I never played it. I played the PS3 version, and it turned me off. I was just like, okay, I'm really not feeling this Sonic game or whatnot. Like I wanted to give it a chance, but it was just like it was different.
I mean, valid considering that. I mean, the Werehog stages will leave a bad taste in everyone's mouth, but
Yeah,
Daystar stages are just really good. And plus, the game is officially on PC with the Unleashed recomp.
right.
And mods. Hella mods.
Yeah, I spent a weekend and a half just completing that game because a friend of mine borrowed me his Steam Deck, so that's why.
Ooh. Nice.
But other than that, it was a PS2. I mean, it was okay for Unleashed, but I'm mostly just big on the version everyone else played, other than just the Wii PS2 version.
Okay.
Yeah, I played the Wii version.
But I think that's all I have for the PS2. But I think I had other random games here and there. But it's been a minute since it was a long time ago, and I gave my games away to someone in my old church. But that's neither here nor there.
Gotcha.
Oh, my heart. That's
Gotcha. Did you happen to experience the PS3, Xbox 360 era or no?
No, I have a PS3.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Okay.
that for in my circumstances in storage. But other than that, I did have a PS3. So I didn't really have much games for it, for the sake of just I mean, I did get again some more Sonic games here and there, and some other.
Did you
Um,
play Sonic 06?
Don't get me started.
Oh,
Do
no.
not get me started.
We're about to watch a Sonic fan crush out in the podcast again.
Listen,
As the Sonic fan, the Sonic simp, or the Sonic sexual, as a friend of mine calls me.
Sonic sexual? I have more questions than answers. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
I mean, he's gonna see this VOD later, but I just want to say, to him watching this, future me here, I love you, Pookie.
They don't train us enough for these interactions. But anyways,
But yeah, I have played 06. I didn't like it. Worst experience I ever had
Yeah.
in a video game.
yeah, Sonic.
know.
Oh my god.
in a video game is nuts.
I was like, I was hyped for Silver, the introduction of Silver or whatnot, and then I remember seeing the commercials of the game. I was like, okay, this is gonna be a dope Sonic game until you play and you're just like,
This is not a
oh
Sonic game.
no,
What are we doing? What's happening?
Yeah.
Why is this happening?
Yeah,
What is happening?
and the glitches and the bugs. And I remember my PS3 freezing up.
No.
Yeah, I remember my PS3 freezing up in certain interactions.
Because the game couldn't process it.
No,
It was just a bad game.
yes,
Oh,
it was a.
$15 down the drain for me.
I dodged.
I spent 60.
I dodged that game.
Okay. I got mine for like 15. I should have gotten it for like 5. All right.
Yep.
Yeah,
No.
that should.
No.
That should have been a free game. Oh my god, it was terrible.
At least they're reinventing the timeline with that Project 06.
Yes, thank you, because my god, that was just. Woo! Sega was definitely in the dark ages with that game. Like,
It was hard
Yeah.
being a Sonic fan in that era of just. Ugh.
that game causes generational PTSD for many Sonic fans. Oh.
Yeah, the Dark Ages was not a very joyful time.
Okay, now I'm understanding why.
It was just, it's
Thank-
hard
thank God for
because,
Google.
when the games did not do as well as they did, except for Unleashed being the sole survivor of it.
Yeah.
But it was very bad because, you can't just be like, oh, hey, I like Sonic. You like Sonic? What?
It's like, which Sonic we talking?
like, just it was just coming off as cringe to most people.
That's a good fact.
Mhm.
That's something you're not wrong about. I forgot a lot of people bullied like Sonic fans, Mario fans, etc. But Sonic fans specifically.
As they do in those days.
Ah, 2000.
I try not to just
Oh, you're
you know.
good.
pay no mind to it. It's more so just
But yeah, they played Sonic 06. You'd be like, yeah, I understand now.
basically. But
Oof.
yeah, I try not to basically hinder my uniqueness in a way.
Respectable.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think that's all I had. I mean, I didn't really get a 360 per se. I didn't get like anything Xbox until a little later in my adulthood, thanks to a friend of mine who got it for me.
Hell yeah.
Nice. And next generation, PS4, Xbox One, and of course PC, because
Or
I think that
Wii U technically.
Wii U or Switch or whatnot, because I think that's when people started making that shift from PS3 360 to now they're going to PC and so on and so forth. So what was that journey like for you?
I guess, well, I mean, I did have a PS3 back then, but I also had a Wii. But that's about it. I really didn't get anything newer yet until I say after high school, honestly, because I was just rocking the PS3 and Wii for like who knows how long until I managed to get a PS4 all the way back in 2020.
Okay.
Oh, 2020.
Wild time that was. But even earlier, I didn't get get a Wii U, but I did get a 3DS. Well, specifically
Ooh.
the old 2DS. And that was a graduation gift for me from high school.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
From one of my uncles.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I really didn't have any games for it at the moment because, well, I was just starting out. I think all I had was like a few free games here and there, but I think the first game I had on it was, Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a port for every Zelda.
Yeah, but I think that's the only one I had. I did get Pokemon Sun and Moon, which
Good choices.
that was, I guess, first Pokemon game I played because the first one I did play was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Oh yeah, that's still a Pokemon game.
I like Mystery Dungeon so much.
It is a
and
good.
Glad it, and I got the Switch remake as well. So,
Ooh.
but I think that was, and I think I did have Yoshi's New Island.
I forgot Yoshi's Island was everywhere.
New Island was
Man, I'd be forgetting Nintendo games easily this podcast.
yeah, I had that, and I think I also had Kirby Planet Robobot, one of my favorite
Ooh.
Kirby games before Forgotten Land was even a thing. So, that's still one of my favorites. And I have done my fair share of modding and stuff like that, which I modded my PS3, my Wii, and my 2DS.
I was ready to ask, did you mod your 2DS?
I did. That was like
Nice.
and that was like sometime when the 3DS was just dying at this point, and when the Switch was about to come out. So
Yeah.
that was I basically just had everything from there. And I didn't get a Switch till late 2018 or so.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a year after. That's not bad.
Yeah. But considering that I also because I had nothing at the time because Sonic Mania was also out at the time, and I really
Oh,
wanted to
yeah.
play that game. I mean, granted, I did have a PC, but it wasn't the stuff of King. It was kind of like one of those budget computers. But,
Oh, I get it.
however, it ran just fine.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I think because funnily enough, I was like, I need to get a Switch. So how am I to do that? Let me just apply to Macy's. So that's how I got my Switch.
Nice.
Whatever means necessary.
Whatever means necessary. But yeah, that's how I got my Switch. And funnily enough, even though it was a seasonal position, I also was just lying to, I guess, just to get more hours. The struggle was just real because I was that close to getting it. I think I was $100 off.
Oh, you mapped it out to just like, hey, I'm actually a part-time.
That's dedication, right?
That's
there.
real.
I respect that.
That's real.
Hey,
Game
I
is
got
game.
I got what I wanted in the end. So
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, I got a Switch, but what am I supposed to be playing from this point? I got the Switch, but what game did I
You're like-
get?
You're like, I got the biggest milestone. Now where's the next one? In gaming, that's real.
But yeah, I think the only games I had on it was Mario Odyssey that a friend of mine gave me during
Ooh.
my college days, and
Honestly, it's a good game.
I guess Fortnite.
Yeah, that probably had Fortnite.
I didn't like Fortnite at first, but I was like, you know what, this is the only game I can ever get for free. So
Yeah,
this will
that
really
is
wanna
true.
Last.
It's the only game where you can cross-plat with multiple consoles.
But yeah, other than that, and then I guess later in 2020, I did get a PS4, and I just was going absolutely nuts in terms of the sale that was going on because I got it sometime in spring.
Oh,
I had Kingdom Hearts, which I still need to finish, by the way. At least continue marathoning. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I had Crash.
Ooh.
Crash the Insane Trilogy. Yeah, that's what it was.
oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Well,
you're
my
good.
first Crash game was Wrath of Cortex on the PS2. And I think I had, and then I bought a few stuff here and there. I think I had, I did get Persona 5.
Oh lord.
I love Persona. Ever since my friends of mine was just marathoning through Persona 3 and 4 and watching the animes of those two, I had to hop on Persona 5. It was that good. I didn't finish it until like late 2020.
Oh my gosh. I respect that.
It was a fun game. And then
Long game.
very long. It took me, I say, 109 hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I didn't get Royal until much later. And then a friend of mine recently gave me a copy of Royal on my Switch so I can just play it from there. But yeah, in terms of that, I think I didn't really get a PC. Well, at least I'm trying to get a PC eventually because at this point, what's going on right now is just like everything's just going on PC. Just build one.
Yeah,
As both
yeah.
of us
You
gonna attest.
might as well because with PC, it's long-term investment. The only, like if you really want to play your games at a much better performance, all you have to do is just like upgrade the specs of your own PC, and
Yeah.
then you're pretty much good to
You
go.
choose the upgrades literally.
And
Mhm.
you don't have to worry about buying online subscriptions because you can just play your favorite online games, multiplayer games for free.
Yeah.
Don't you just miss those days?
Yeah, I do.
I never played a PS3, so I didn't have free PlayStation. Network.
Oh my goodness,
Don't we
it
just
was
love
nice.
playing games online and having to pay more money to these
Yep.
billion-dollar companies?
Like
Yeah.
$50 a year just to play Xbox games and download them for free.
I only want to just play Nintendo Switch Online. That's it. But I don't know what they're doing over there with the Switch too.
Oh yeah, 20.
They
I
keep-
forgot. Switch is like $20 a year. Which
But I think with the Switch 2, Dave, up the price.
let me cancel my subscription because I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting that I have a membership.
But yeah, I think that's all I had for PS4. I didn't get an Xbox One until like much later, but I didn't even get much games for it except for the games that my friend I guess had on it. And that was
Gotcha.
about it.
Okay.
I didn't really care for the first party stuff for Xbox because I'm not one to like Xbox and whatever it is that they're doing right now in terms of the more recent news. But other than that, yeah. And in terms of I guess the current gen right now, I just recently got a PS5 due to some friends of mine who won one for me. So
They
I
won
have been-
one.
Hmm?
They won a PS5 for you.
or bought it for me.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I'm
or
like,
either or.
still, that's awesome.
I don't know how it works, but I was like, I just was just a surprise for me just getting it last month.
Oh,
so
God is great.
indeed it is. But I think the only game I only bought in terms of first party right now is just Silverblade.
Solid game.
I'm playing it right now.
I was
so
waiting for the reaction.
Solid game.
I'm enjoying it so far because a friend of mine has also streamed it, so I'm enjoying it for myself, and it's really fun. I'm trying to get the Nier DLC
Same.
and eventually the Nika
Oh, wait.
DLC.
I do have the Nier DLC, and it's actually good. It's really, really good. Even though you have to like look for these certain items, so that way you have like enough currency to actually buy it from this vendor that's just like driving around or whatnot, and then you have to attack that vendor to get that vendor to stop, so that way you can actually buy the actual skins. And then of course, as you said, the Nikkei DLC, which should be coming out next month, so I'm also waiting for that. And of course, there's also going to be a PC version of Stellar Blade as well.
I want to play it with mods, but I don't
Same.
have a good computer for it.
Same. I have to upgrade mine as well.
It was more so me. I need to build one.
Are you gonna go to another Macy's this time? I want my run back. I
No.
want my run.
No. Listen, do not work at Macy's. Just do not work at Macy's. Macy's,
Oh.
it is garbage. I do not like customer service. Retail is absolute hell. They pay $8 an hour. That is nothing.
Real. The POV of a customer service employee. I know that feeling.
Just working customer service for 2 years can just
It drains you.
the life out of you.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked I'm functioning. But hey, somehow I gotta pay my PC and my TCG addiction.
And I got other stuff to do in terms of just paying my other adult responsibilities right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. So before we move on to our next topic, I do want to ask, what are your favorite genres of when you game?
Well, I am a hodgepodge of fashions that, I mean, do you see what I have on right now?
Yeah.
So you're into mysteries.
But joking aside, I do play platformers. I play Sonic, Mario,
Okay.
anything under the sun that involves jumping and collecting things.
Doom.
I play Doom.
Damn, I thought you were gonna get caught off guard.
I love Doom. Doom is
Hell,
good.
hell yeah.
I would Doom. I just need to play the newer Doom games. But
You'll understand why.
that's neither here nor there right now. I'll wait till they're on sale. But I do play a little bit of hack and slash, which I did say that
Ooh.
I am currently playing through Stellar Blade,
Yeah.
and I just recently am starting to play Devil May Cry.
I was ready to ask. that.
Yes.
Good.
I finished the first game last night and starting on the third game, so
Good.
You already know about
You
the
skipped
set.
2, right?
I skipped two.
As you
Good.
should.
All my friends were saying, "Do not play DMC2. It's
Yeah.
bad.
It's
Yeah.
not
Very
real.
bad.
It's not real.
And
Tec-
don't play the reboot either."
Yeah.
technically, it's not. It is real, but not real to that extent. Don't worry.
Fair enough, because I seen a friend of mine streamed it, so he said it was bad.
It is pretty bad.
And he played the reboot for jokes, and then he returned it via Steam. So
Good
but
choice.
yeah, DMC one, good game. I liked it. I give it a 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Solid. That's a
Yeah.
solid score.
That
I
is
still don't
best.
like Mundus though. That final boss sucks.
Yes.
Fighting Mundus is a pain in the butt.
Yes. And then when you get to Devil May Cry 3, it's just peak greatness.
I'm supposed to feel your dark soul with light.
As a teenager, when I saw that, like, it was like, man, I really love this. And now, as an adult, it just when you hear that again, and it's just like, it's just cringe. But I love it either way.
All for me just to watch the Netflix show.
Yeah.
And then
I
I'll watch
haven't
the old
seen it
series,
yet.
I guess.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
old series is straightforward. Don't worry.
Good. I was like, everyone was just like, well, a friend of mine told me that you don't really need to play all the games to understand the Netflix show, but
Not really.
you do need to play it just to at least get some sort of source material.
Or
from it.
character background names and such.
I mean, I know Dante and I know Lady. I know Trish.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all you need to
and
know.
I guess some of the demons that would be introduced in the show.
Yeah.
And I guess that white rabbit dude.
Anyways.
What? Okay, I mean, I'll just wait to actually watch it.
Well, I will say with the White Rabbit, he's actually from the actual manga or the comic of Devil May Cry, but it was like way back in the early years between I would say like Devil May Cry 1 through 3, as I remember. It was very very faint, long time ago.
Yeah, and it is bringing back to the light.
Yeah, and yeah, they bring the character back, and I was like, okay, all right, so they're finally adapting the anime or the comic of Devil May Cry into an actual animation or whatnot. And then, of course, I gave like my review or my impressions of the entire thing since I watched it from start to finish. And I said that if you are a fan of Devil May Cry throughout the games, you are going to be like me, who is going to complain and critique everything in the entire episode because like that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Why is this happening? Why is Dante meeting this character when at this age, at this time? Like it's just like, where are they going with all of this? Because you're looking at it from a fan's perspective who have played all of the Devil May Cry games, who have consumed anything and everything Devil May Cry related. But if you are not a fan of Devil May Cry and you're looking for something new to get into, then the anime does a really good job of getting you in. And then because what it actually did was introduce a lot of people to the games. A lot of people started buying the older Devil May Cry games like Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, 4. Even though a lot of people, us Devil May Cry fans, are saying, hey, skip 2. You can just play the chronological order of 3, 1, 4, and 5. Skip 2.
They already confused me already. Listen, I just finished the first game. Just can I just have a fun time without just
Play 3.
I'm playing it right now.
Keep going. just play 3. Be simple yourself. Don't complicate it.
Please, I think I had enough headaches in my life for the sake of because I did also play Kingdom Hearts.
It's like telling someone to watch Sonic.
Oh, that. Oh.
Listen, at least Sonic is straightforward and has no type of
But you know what I'm talking about.
what.
Either the Archie comic Sonics, the older Sonics, or Sonic X.
I like Sonic X.
or the older, or like the newer animation 3D version of Sonic.
I don't like Sonic Prime. I'm sorry, Sonic Prime.
It's like when you
bad
tell someone to
taste in
watch
my
Devil May
mouth.
Cry or play it, there's like, which one? The same thing with Sonic. I love when people are that specific.
Just watch Sonic X. It's all you ever need. Yeah, it has problems, but Sonic X will always be the peak Sonic show for me.
I mean, if someone tells
I
you-
agree.
It numerous amount of times. I'll wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning just to watch an episode, just watching it on 4Kids.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
And I guess Dragon Ball Z Kai, but that's neither here nor there.
No one talks
No.
about Dragon Ball Z Kai.
But I
No
like
way.
Kai.
It was just quick, like to the point. It's like too fast.
I'm sorry, but Kai will always be better for me than the original Z, and I've seen the original Z.
I get it.
Fights be taking way too long.
I mean, some feel is good, but like, I just want to get a move on, please.
Yeah.
Nah, one more episode for a Spirit Bomb. Should have been 2 more, anyways.
I thought you almost said Spirit Gun because I'm also starting to watch Yu Yu Hakusho.
Never classic.
I'm watching it. It's pretty good. I like Yu Skate.
Are you ready to go? I'm sorry, that music is banger.
I will never skip the intro. Never. It will hit every single time. But other than that, yeah. In terms of just other genres I played, that's platformers, hack and slash. I do play a little bit of puzzle games.
Okay.
Puzzle games, nice.
I play Tetris every now and then.
Hell yeah. Which one?
Tetris 99. Whenever I do research to my Nintendo Switch Online,
I forgot it's a free game.
it is. I
It's
like to
so
play it
funny.
every now and then.
It's so funny because you're just like, I'm close to number 1 out of what? 60 something?
I was close though in one of my games. I was like 3rd place until
Oh my God.
until they got the meanest combo on me and I
Yeah.
got folded.
Yeah, that happens in Tetris.
Oof.
Because I was
But-
going to say, have you played Connected Levels?
No, actually, what is that on?
PC, Xbox, PlayStation. It's pretty much Tetris and music.
I'll give it a shot.
It's the same thing. Don't worry. It's all Tetris. All Tetris are the same. It's just a different style. Plus, you have a slowdown mechanic.
All right, neat. I'll try it out sometime. But and I guess the also puzzle platformer or puzzle game I actually played. At least the last one I played. At least I want to replay it in the future. Is Catherine.
I've heard good things about Catherine.
I
It's a
played.
pretty good game.
I dabbled
I like
in a little
it.
bit of it.
It's really good.
I played it competitively one time, and I never want to do it again.
I liked it, considering that it also just gives you like questions in between the game in terms of just how would you like your marriage to go, or what would your relationship would be like, or what would you want your significant other to be. I remember playing full body on my Switch when it came out in terms of the port. Just I was just sitting there for like minutes on end, just figuring out what do I even want to choose in terms of just what would be my significant other would be, because those are some very hard choices. It just made me just question a lot of what I want to do with that type of knowledge in my future. Got
Yeah.
me thinking.
I didn't realize Catherine was that type of game.
It's very deep once you get past, I guess, for all of the fan service.
Damn.
But other than that, I like Catherine. It's really good. More people should play it, and plus Joker's in it.
Joker from Persona.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought Batman for some
No,
reason.
Persona Joker.
I was gonna say the one Tetris game I say to avoid is Tetris Puyo Puyo 2.
I like that one.
You do.
I like it because Sonic's in it.
As long as you don't play the competitive version, you're fine. You're just balling.
I will want to get that game on sale just because Sonic.
I got
is in it.
smoked at CEO Otaku, and plus online I got cooked by a Japanese person. It was bad.
I mean, I don't like Puyo Puyo. I'm very bad at Puyo Puyo.
But Tetris, everyone like
But I just love Tetris more than Puyo Puyo.
it's like everyone's gangster until Puyo Puyo comes in, and you're just gonna figure out how you're gonna do your blocks.
How am I gonna? How do I make this a combo? How does it work? I don't know this. What is going on?
Yeah, that's what it's about pretty much in a nutshell.
But yeah, I think, and also I do play a little bit of RPGs. Like I did say that I recently did buy, well, not recently, but when I got my PS4, I did get Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Mhm.
I mean, not Rebirth, Remake. My bad.
Okay.
And I did play a little bit of Rebirth, not too long ago on my friend's PC, but I will get it when it's on sale again.
Oh, nice.
And I have played Xenoblade Chronicles.
I haven't played this game yet, but I think I'm gonna look at it next. Called Blueprints,
What is that?
a roguelike puzzle game. I'll tell you about it after the podcast.
Nice, nice. Oh, and also in terms of puzzle, I don't know if this counts, but it's also a visual novel. I have played 999.
999.
It's called Nine Doors, Nine. I forgot. It was something nine, but it's
Yeah, look that up.
it's a really good game. I remember a friend of mine from college got me on it, and or at least it's called Zero Escape. Just called Zero Escape.
Oh.
It's really good,
9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors on the DS.
and it got a PS4 port. Well, actually, all the Zero Escape games are on there.
This was made in '09. Yeah, the series is Zero Escape.
Mm-hmm.
Plot. Follows a college student abducted with 8 other people, forced to play a nonary game which puts people in a life or death situation. Dang.
Basically, it's Jigsaw meets Titanic.
Damn.
It's really good, and just I remember I was just so hooked on that game. And other than that, I do play a lot of visual novels. At least I'm starting to get to them. Literally, the first visual novel game I played was, and I guess it's just popular at this point. Doki Doki Literature Club.
I've heard of that game.
I know about the game.
And I remember just watching a close friend of mine who streams it, watching her reactions on it. It was just,
It changes people.
it was a lot, and I had to just explain to her, do this, do that, don't, I guess, what was it? In terms of the final hours of the game, delete Monica's file.
Interesting.
I feel like I have to play it for the one time.
I did like the side stories; they were pretty cute.
I don't know. I've heard it change people.
I mean, well, yeah, because they did came out with an expansion, which gave us
Yep.
side stories of the characters.
Yep.
And I liked it. It was pretty cute. I have played also. Always, I'm trying to get into Danganronpa.
You know, the community is questionable, but I've heard so many things about the game.
Yeah.
That's what I've got for the most part.
Yeah, I just had to actually sit down and play those games because I remember playing, I guess, the first game for a little bit, but I guess I ran out of time or I just stopped playing it for a bit. But I did like it. I did like the first game in terms of how it was setting up. But yeah, what else I have played? I guess in terms of back to RPGs, I have played Kingdom Hearts. The first
Mhm.
game was for me was Kingdom Hearts 2, and mind
Not
you,
bad.
I was very lost on everything.
Yeah, that happens.
Terrible
Yeah.
way to start. Who's this guy? Who is this kid? Why am I holding a giant key?
Yeah.
Why am I playing this guy who is, I guess, living out some other guy's, I guess, life before the first game?
Yeah,
begins?
it's a lot to break down. That not
The
even,
lore of Kingdom Hearts is literally
It's-
all over the place.
Yep.
Makes my head hurt.
Like even if you read it, you still have to watch it, but you still have to understand it. Like it's a lot to process, and that's why you have people like tell you it, and it's still not gonna help.
I'm just like, can you just give me something straightforward, and not have so many retcons and potholes?
No,
Please,
that's Square Enix special right there,
Mora, please.
and that's also a Disney special too.
I mean, I like also Disney and stuff like that, but I just can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 4 whenever that drops.
Or missing links.
That too. I mean, and we had Source VA acting out over stuff. But I mean, to be fair, in terms of what happened, I do feel bad. But man, it does sting a little bit.
Yeah,
The sting.
yeah, it definitely does. Which will lead us right into our next topic, and that is, what are your current thoughts on the current state of gaming right now?
Current state of gaming.
Yeah,
Mhm.
How about we just talk about the economic state of the world right now? But
Yes.
Vines aside, Nintendo, what are you doing? And Microsoft, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because like Xbox, for the love of God, why is your Series S and X now just getting charged up in price?
yeah. Mind you, these consoles have been out for years now.
Yeah.
You would think that okay, they should be going down in price because these are no longer
Desired product.
desired. Yeah, right. They're
That's probably the
no longer
nicest way.
desired products.
Nicer way I can say it.
And usually, if you've bought a console, especially when it comes from launch and all the way up to like 3 to 4 years down the road, you start seeing that price going down. With Xbox, they're just like, no, we're just gonna go up, and it's just like,
It's the opposite.
yeah, you guys are doing the opposite. Like, no, this is not gonna make people buy your console.
I blame the dreaded T word. I'm not gonna say it, but it's the T word. I blame the T word. I swear. And Nintendo, what are you doing? Because, like, okay, Switch 2, cool system. I liked it. I watched bits and pieces of the presentation because I was at work. But other than that, I liked it. It's pretty good. But, however, I still find the price okay in terms of the console itself. But the games, why?
It feels like they're not making any not like authentic bangers, and we've talked about this in the past.
Because, like, I like Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World is looking good. I
Yeah.
like it. It's nice.
Yeah, I agree.
And I guess cool that the Zelda games are getting upgrades, and I wanted to get it for Kirby Forgotten Land because that's also
Yes.
getting an expansion as
Mhm.
well, which gives me a reason to replay that game. But the price of admission is killing me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like I don't want to spend that much money for a game.
Yeah.
I know I'm not in a very good. I don't have the funds for that right now.
Yeah, and I spoke about it a little bit not too long ago on the last podcast episode. But I was just like all over the place. But looking at how the pricing of these games for the Nintendo console, like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with all the DLC and probably some graphical upgrade, you're willing to sell that for about what, $70. That game should be at 60 at best. Mario Kart World. Okay, new IP, new game. It's a brand new Mario Kart. Cool. $70. Okay, people would have been okay with that. But now you're saying that no, the game is $80 digital, $90 for the physical copy. That is where I have a problem with, because the fact that if you're trying to so-called blame this on the tariff thing, then the digital version should be a lot cheaper. Should it not be? Because I would understand the physical being a little bit, pricier, meaning, okay, make the physical $70 and then make the digital $60. Because I look at the specs of the Switch 2, it's a portable base PS4 at best.
Mm-hmm.
And you're charging the price as if you are on par with games that are running on base PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X, and you're charging that amount of price. Like, no, get out of here. Like,
It's too much, man. It's like we don't need any of this new stuff. Everything's coming to PC. Just get on PC.
yeah,
It'll save you a lot of time, money, and headaches in your future.
yeah. But with Nintendo games, I feel that they're not going to go on PC. Like, you're never going to see a Mario, a Zelda, a Metroid. You're never going to see those games on PC because
Oh,
that is
They will not.
nope.
No, they will not.
they will not. But we know that there are communities of people who will find a way to get those type of games on PC.
And it's
And-
called sailing the seven seas.
Exactly.
I mean, what? No, Nintendo. If you hear this, do not shoot me.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
What? I
they won't.
buy your games. I'm a normal consumer. I don't emulate your games, even though you just make it hard for me to access them. Speaking of, I mean, and with the Nintendo Switch too, I love the GameCube is on there now, but like, this should have been a thing on the OG Switch and not on the
Exactly.
console. But it's just like
Yeah.
the way my smile faded when I saw that.
Not the fact that you have to get a game card of a digital version just so it downloads fully, then you can unplug it just to play it offline. But you have to play it online first. So you can continue to play it online.
It's fine. It's cool. I don't need this new stuff. I have a modest Switch. I mean, not modest Switch. A modded Wii in my house. I could just play GameCube games till the cows come home.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's gonna happen with within the next couple of years is that people are saying there's going to be a game crash, and I don't see that coming.
Nah.
I want
I
the
don't- I-
stock market to crash.
I don't see the
Tired.
I don't see the
Tired, man.
gaming industry crashing because the fact that when you look at everything, it's mostly AAA games going up in price and value. But for those of us who have bought games, who have backlog of games, you know how you already know how things go.
Yeah.
Usually, if the game does not sell, if these AAA games do not sell, they have to slash the price in order to make some kind of profit to recuperate their losses. Because many gamers, including myself, we got something called backlogs.
Yeah.
We have plenty of other games that we can
Yeah,
go through
we'll
to
just
the
get
point
right
where
back
just
to
like,
it.
hey, you can release that game at that price. I'm going to get it when it becomes stupidly cheap on sale.
Which is the smartest way to do right now. Or
Yeah.
If you're like me, just don't sleep on the method and just do Afterpay or Kana or whatever it is that floats your boat. Because not only if it just helps your credit, it also just makes you not want to be go dead broke or at least
Yeah.
eating
Yeah.
ice soup that week.
Payment plans
Yeah.
are pretty harmless.
Yeah.
I will say as someone who's done that for a gaming PC.
Just don't sleep on the method.
Because it is getting ridiculous. Like, gaming's supposed to be an affordable hobby. Like, Nintendo was always like the affordable console compared to the PlayStation and the Xbox.
And now they're competing. They're going band for band on who's the
Now
most
they're just like,
expensive.
okay, now we're
Work.
now Nintendo wants to get in the race because the fact that
it's
Xbox is
attractive.
just like, okay, we're just pretty much waving the white flag. We're pretty much not getting into the console war anymore. We're just giving the W to on PlayStation, even though, like, me and Waluigi we spoke on the subject matter in the past that
Yeah.
had Microsoft still been in the competition wars, us gamers, we would have been benefiting even greatly because the fact that we look at what happened during the PS3 and the Xbox 360 area, gamers were eating. We had banger games coming out,
Like-
and we were eating good.
Like you were playing on PlayStation, I was playing on Xbox. We had different games to talk about and play and such, but now it's just like the same stuff.
yeah, and
Man.
it made it worthwhile to have different consoles because the fact that you were getting different experiences on each different platform. Even if you would have got the Wii as well, like, hey, I could play Zelda, I could play some of the older titles, I could play some Mario games, and of course, since the Wii was also backwards compatible with Nintendo GameCube games, I can still play my GameCube games that I still love and enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So during that era, it was a good time to be a gamer because you had so much variety. Now, fast forward now, it's just like, what happened to the creativity of these games? Why is it that for AAA games, it's now taking a lot longer for them to finally come out? And when these games do come out, by that time, most gamers have already moved on to something else that's already, trending, or it's the new hype now. So, in conclusion, as I wrap up this point, I think gamers want to see more creative games that are affordable, not at some high price like over $70,
Nah.
but it offers a really good experience. And of course, when it comes to consoles, you also want them to be affordable as well, because you want people to buy your platform, to play on your platform. And of course, they're getting an exclusive experience that they're not going to get anywhere else.
Also, I mean, listen, Nintendo, I love Mario Kart, but like, you can keep your $80 price tag. I'm here for that Sonic Racing Crossroads. Just
Real.
give me the money, right? I'll give you my money right now.
I love it.
But yeah, that's how I feel about current gaming right now. They just want our money, and I'm
Yeah.
tired of just like, it's too expensive for me right now. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it no more.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I've even said on social media that people are going to start looking at these more affordable games that are like below $60. They're gonna start looking at $50 games, $40 games, $30 games, and be like, you know what? I'll take my chances with that game at that price than this $80, $70 game that I probably may not get my money's worth.
Just save your money.
Yeah.
Do all you can just to save your money.
Real.
That's why most PC gamers, they wait for those Steam sales, because they know that, okay, for $70 I can buy about maybe 3 or 4 or 5 games, decent quality games that's going to give me a really good experience and high replay value, versus one game where there's a bunch of microtransactions, there's a season pass on top of it, and of course it's just not fun.
I agree, because like, it's just like, why pay all this money for like a game that's gonna be basically your entire like paycheck or whatever?
Yeah.
For, like,
Mhm.
doing the same price but buying 6 more, and that's like way more than just a singular game.
I just don't like where gaming is now, but the market will eventually correct itself,
Yeah.
because these gaming corporations, they're gonna learn real hard that when their big AAA games fail a lot, and they start seeing all these AA and indie games being successful, they're gonna be like, yeah, I think we've gone way too far off the mark on this one, and we need to circle back and be like, okay, we're losing a lot of money. We're also losing a lot of our dedicated fan base. We need to go back to the drawing board. We probably gotta get rid of this current team, bring in a new team of developers, and start the process all over again, and just try to regain that fan base and regain their losses. Kind of the reason why I'm kind of glad that Grand Theft Auto 6 has been delayed to next year.
They're like, let's wait a sec.
Yeah.
Paying 80, or at least rumored to be $100. Y'all can keep it. I'm gonna be like, I know I'm gonna be sounding like a broken record when it comes to Nintendo. It's just like, and everyone's been spamming it in their, I guess, live stream feeds, and I'm gonna do the same. Drop the price.
Yeah.
Please.
Do it, please.
And even though Nintendo, they didn't drop the price of the Nintendo Switch 2.
Nah, they didn't fold.
Yeah, they didn't fold, which
But
A lot-
the accessories cost more now.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
what we're getting
yeah,
at?
the accessories cost more now.
They went backwards.
We were almost there, but there's just like, the Switch 2, we're fine with it. The games, decent. We're fine with the price too, but the accessories, spike it up.
Literally.
I don't like it. It screams.
Nobody
It
does.
screams like consumerism to me.
Yeah, like it should. Like as I said, Nintendo was always the more affordable console compared to the competition. Now it's like, okay, now they want to get in on. They want to get in on a race too, and it's just like, no, please stay the affordable console, because that is what kept you guys alive throughout the years. That is how you guys ended up winning in the long term. Like the era of the PS3 360 and the Wii, that's how Nintendo won the console war, because they were the more affordable version. They had lots of games that they offer, and of course a unique experience, to the point where they surpassed PlayStation and Xbox in sales combined.
Where did they go wrong? Just where did they go wrong?
Nah, money is just what makes everything go wrong sometimes.
Now some people are
Money is the root of all evil. We need to abolish money.
Easy.
or it could be the leadership of Nintendo. Like,
Yeah.
because remember, Reggie Fils-Aimé is no longer there,
Yeah.
I miss him every day. Doug,
and it's just like,
what are you doing?
and now we have Doug Bowser, and it's just like, we get rid of this guy, bring back Reggie. We need Reggie because Reggie Fils-Aimé understood
Keep-
the assignment.
At least he's living up to his last name, I guess, in some sort of
Doug
fashion.
Bowser.
Yeah. Right now, Bowser's just been quiet the whole time. Like nothing's really. He hasn't had time to speak about or done anything right.
But as I said, we will see when the actual console comes out and how well they do in sales. Because for
Okay.
right now, I see that they're doing very well in pre-orders with the Switch 2.
And you know what's funny? I think they did like a thing to where I guess the latest update that they had in regards to just, I guess letting if you have like someone in your friends list, they will just like I guess playing this sort of game, but on a Nintendo Switch 1. So it's basically Nintendo's way of saying your broke friend is playing this game that is on the OG Switch and not on the Switch 2.
Damn.
Basically, they're just like, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Yeah. Literally.
Damn.
All right. And our next topic, and that is you had to be there moments. So what moments you can tell us that you had to be there for? Like, give us at least a minimum of like 3 that you can remember off the top of your head. Like,
Minimum of 3.
Yeah. There's no wrong answers.
I know, but like, does this even count, or is I guess a personal moment for myself? In
Yeah.
terms of just my
Yeah.
character development as a person.
Yeah.
Just trying to
Hell
get
yeah.
through his social anxiety as I'm doing right now on this live stream with this podcast with you two goofy people.
Thank you.
But moving on, it's got to be the Sonic Symphony for me. It was just like
Oh,
the
yeah.
best thing to ever happen to me.
You know,
Top 5 moments of my life.
How was it?
It was just take me back. Take me back. Take me back.
Were you
to-
dripped out in Sonic attire? The same way.
Indeed, I was, and then some. Because, like, I had this on, I had one of my jackets on, I had this hat, one of my shades, and, yeah, and I was wearing
Oh,
this-
that's awesome.
my lovely shoes right here. My Sonic shoes. Yes, but, yeah. But the Sonic Symphony was a very fun experience for me, because, like, just hearing all the songs that I've grown to know and love at this point, and I just keep blasting 24/7 in my car.
Oh.
It was just very, it puts me in a very sensitive and emotional spot for me. And even, like, the wait up between to get inside and for them to start, because, like, as someone who's introverted as myself and has a lot of social anxiety, I'm trying to get better at it. I'm
Mhm.
getting better at it when it comes to just running around the place and just going to cons and everything else.
Yeah.
It was just like I felt right at home with a lot of other people with the same like mindedness, and I met some good people with there too.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
I got
the
to
best
meet
part.
a lot of cool people. I talked to a lot of people. I was just very overwhelmed with
Yeah.
a lot of people who were like there and just wanted to come up to me and approach me and talk to me and stuff. So it's like it was just very, very good for me in terms of just me putting myself more out there.
Oh, that's so cool.
But yeah, I loved it. Love to go back. I wish I did went for when they went to Orlando, but funds and stuff didn't happen. So it's like it is what it is. Also, speaking of something Sonic related, when are we getting the Speed Cafe? I wanted to come here. Where is it?
Speak
I'm
up.
tired of
Speed
this.
Cafe. Explain that.
Oh, it's just a Sonic themed restaurant.
Oh, okay.
That's just good. It always showed up in California, New York, and Atlanta as of late. But I just wanted to come over here. I want to spend my money and just relax and just eat a lot of good foods and just get their merchandise and stuff. Because they
I
also
was ready
do
to Google
raffles.
it. I was ready to Google it, but I'm just like, you already answered it.
Yeah, it's
So
just
it's a Sonic themed restaurant, like its own restaurant chain.
basically, but it's like it's not really a restaurant chain in and of itself. It's more or less a pop-up shop.
Oh, okay.
So is it like a chili dog stand or something, or?
No, it's like the entire thing is just
Oh.
set up with a lot of Sonic merch, a lot of Sonic stuff, and just
Oh, okay. Now I'm getting what you mean.
And then they have like a little TV just to play all the Sonic games on there.
Okay, that's cute.
it's nice. I've seen like clips and videos of it on Instagram and stuff.
No, like golden onion rings and stuff. Like, man, I'm getting hungry thinking about this. Actually.
Oh yeah, they do have those. They
Ah.
do have onion rings.
Okay, good. Now I'm sold.
It's real good. I just want them to come to Florida so bad. If not, if they don't come to Florida, I'm crashing out.
They'll pop up.
If it's at like major cities like in California, like Los Angeles, California, correct?
Yeah, it was there.
And Atlanta, and of course New York, then Miami would have to definitely be one of the prime spots.
Please, I live in the area. I will go there.
Like, yes, Miami, like primarily good for business, lots of tourism there. So Miami would definitely be one of the prime spots. If not Miami, then the closest one would be Orlando. It would have to be one of those two, but I would say definitely Miami would definitely have to be one of the prime spots for that location.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. Miami is very popular, so I hope it does come over there. I will make the drive. But I guess the second thing, in terms of you had to be there moments, I guess, man, it's hard to talk about it because that's like the only thing, honestly. But yeah,
Any kind of wins or any kind of moments.
I guess going to Anime Y that I went to back in September or August of last year, actually. It was a Smash tourney, so
What?
yeah, I managed to win first place for once. So
Holy smokes!
yeah, it was
Nice.
it was really nice, and I didn't think I would win that one, but I managed to win first place, and I got a little bit of money in my pocket to spend for the rest of the con, and
Nice.
Did
and
you play as Sonic?
Hmm?
Did you play as Sonic?
he's my main for a reason.
I gotta ask this question. Some people have to fit on and they don't follow it. I'm one of those people.
I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
Real.
I have a whole Sonic themed GameCube controller, Switch controller.
Oh,
and
that's sick.
it's third party though. It's not custom made, but I wish it was. But
Yeah, my
other
bad,
than that,
gangster.
yeah, that's all. That's the second thing.
That's
and
cool.
I did get tickets to Actually Why, which was like later last year, but I didn't go because it's all the way up in northern Florida, and I live in
Yeah, I know.
Miami. It's too much miles and too much gas for me to burn. So
Yeah,
Understandable.
some events aren't really worth going if it's out of the way and not what you're really after.
But yeah, and I guess the third one, I genuinely don't know about that one.
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess that's really it, honestly, for that one.
Okay.
That's
Well, I can say a third one, and I think all of us would agree on this third one, and that is the success of the Sonic movies.
Oh yes, you actually gave me a good suggestion because man, those movies were amazing.
Yes, and I am glad that the directors listened to the fans on this one, because when everyone saw the first reveal of what Sonic would look like, everyone was like, "Oh,
ugly-
hell no!"
Ugly
It was
Sonic.
Yeah, we did it. Bullying works.
exactly.
We bullied the company to make it better.
And then they went on to have a banger after banger, success after success, like 3 movies in, and they've all have succeeded.
Well, close enough. Knuckle Show, I didn't like it. It's
The
bad.
second one?
No, the Knuckle Show.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like it. No,
Okay.
it's bad. It's very bad. Don't watch it. I mean, out of curiosity, yes, but don't watch it. I feel though watching that show, my time was wasted. But yeah,
But shows aside, the movies were good.
yeah, the movies were good. 3, man, it was just wow.
I only saw 1 and 2. I have yet to see 3 because I keep
Watch
forgetting.
it. It
Yes.
is good.
Bad.
Yes.
Especially
'Cause
when you
that's-
get to the final act of the movie. It's like
Oh my God! Like if you grew up playing Sonic, I remember my theater was just going
Nuts.
crazy. Like the pop was huge when I was hearing it.
oh no, I was popping off in various scenes. As soon as they went both super and started duking it out, I was just like, I was going nuts.
Yes.
I was like the loudest in the room. My throat was gone that day.
Yeah, that was definitely
Oh
moments
my
that you
God.
literally had to be there for. Like, if another, I think we are gonna get another Sonic movie. Go there opening night. I'm telling you, the experience alone,
It was amazing.
amazing.
I love Sonic fans. Okay.
Like the energy, because you could feel the energy in the room, and it's just like it's gonna be a good time. You know you're gonna feel it, and after that, something happens, hype happens, everyone just going off crazy or whatnot.
Especially that cross credit scene in movie 3. Like, holy cow! I wanted Metal Sonic to be in it, and he got in. I was just going nuts
Oh.
because I was like, let's go, and just yelling all around the theater.
Yeah,
No joke. But it's like, man,
This seems more tame than the Minecraft movie.
chicken jockey. I'll watch it eventually. But
I'm
like,
not watching it.
I know it's bad, but
I
like,
don't have the willpower.
I'll watch it. Not in theaters. I'll wait till it like comes out digitally and I'll watch it for myself.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna pirate.
Hey,
I mean, what?
I'm gonna do it too. I don't want to spend my money on that. Heck no. Heck no. Mm-mm.
all right. Our next topic, and
Also,
that
you people who scream chicken jockey at the Minecraft movie theaters, y'all need help. And I bless those coworkers who had to clean all that up.
yeah,
Your
Real.
foolishness.
Real
yeah.
talk.
Sonic fans didn't even do that during the movie.
No, we did not. We were just watching them ore farm and have hype moments.
Yes.
I love that word. Anyways, so the next topic.
Next topic is, what are your gaming pet peeves? What are some things that just annoy you
The things
when it
that
comes to
you-
gaming?
Well, specifically, I'm just here for chaos, and I'm willing to throw shade. And IGN, I don't like you, and you guys are very terrible at gaming reviews.
We have said this in the past too. We do agree.
Yeah.
Coming from a Sonic fan who has just been like looking at the reviews, it's very, very annoying for when they just start off with a Sonic game, or at least reviewing it. It's just like, hey yo, Sonic had a rough transition 3D. I'm clicking off the video. I'm done. Or it's just like that one video I saw.
I can see it.
Was I think it was GameStop or whatever it was. It was way back when Mania came out, and
Oh.
it was like they were just talking about, I guess, in terms of just they were saying along the lines of, maybe Sonic is not a very good franchise. I'm like, that genuinely triggered me because
That's
like,
extreme biasness.
I'm like,
Yeah.
So we're just ignoring Sonic 1, 2, 3, adventure games. They're like right there, dude.
Yeah.
Cause like, bro, and we have Mania. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good game. I mean,
Yeah.
Forces is questionable. I mean, we're not getting into that, but like, but I'm like, y'all just saying all this, but yet the good games are right there. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't get it. I just don't like IGN for just their, I guess, very biased reviews and just
Yeah.
other stuff in general.
Yeah,
Yeah. You can't spell ignorant without IGN.
Indeed, you can't.
real.
But yeah, I guess that's one pet peeve I have with them. I mean, they're fine in terms of just gaming news in general, but I just do not like their reviews in terms of how they just go about things. Just watch. If you want my opinion of watching good, as someone who does very good, detailed and not biased reviews, just watch Comment Johnny. He's very good.
Okay.
Good guy. I like his content. At least he actually makes sense in terms of those guys over there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. But
Yeah, I don't bother with IGN. Granted, I do read some of their articles and whatnot, and I just take everything with a grain of salt.
It's like they don't really.
Because
do much.
sometimes it's like, are you guys gamers or are you guys just journalists who just happen to just be like, we're journalists, but we're just like reviewing the game or whatnot. We don't know nothing about the game. We're just like,
After someone talked
COD's
about
one hell of a drug.
yeah,
And money is one hell of a drug.
Yeah.
And I feel as though they're just like, they're playing the game, right? But they just have zero context of how they play it. Just like,
yeah,
can you just please play a game properly? It just annoys me.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, watching,
like hire gamers. It's not that hard.
yeah, the first time I saw that IGN reviewed Doom Eternal badly, like the game's too hard on easy. I'm like, what?
Or seeing them play. I remember when Shadow Gens was coming, Sonic X Shadow Gens was coming out, and it was playing like
Oh.
the first level of Shadow Gens. It's just like, guys, there is a boost button. Please press it. What are you doing? That seeing them play a Sonic game just makes my skin crawl, and most likely it's just like
It's like
it makes me want to die inside.
I'm like, please play a Sonic game before you play other Sonics. Any Sonic game.
Yes, please.
And your
But-
third pet peeve,
And I guess GTA 6.
delay. Yeah,
I'm just like, please.
They've been delayed for like what, 2 years now?
At
Three.
least we had a trailer. Unlike
yeah,
But like, and then there was rumor about it being like $100, and it's just like, please do not make your game that cost that high. I'm sorry. No amount of game will cost that much amount of money. I'm sorry. I would never do it. Just wait for it on sale. Or
Yeah.
something like that, because I can't do it.
Because I know Rockstar knows that game is going to be the, game breaking revolution coming out. Once GTA 6 come out and whatnot, like everybody's gonna be playing.
Yeah,
it
when you
because,
say game breaking, it's either a game or it's gonna break.
Indeed, it is, because
like it's definitely going to like break record numbers. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I can definitely see that happening because
If it doesn't,
Grand Theft Auto is a casual gamer's favorite game because
Yeah.
when you think of casual gamers, usually their favorite games are
a ball and a gun.
real.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
you said it
like-
before we even thought about it.
Like Grand Theft Auto's 1, Call of Duty, Madden,
2K.
2K probably, maybe Fortnite, maybe a fighting game like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, or Tekken. They don't play nothing else, and GTA.
If I can give one input to people who only play games with a ball and or a gun, well, we mostly with the ball, touch some grass. You could do that in real life. Why play a game of it?
And people who play UFC only.
Wait, that's wrestling, right?
Yeah, UFC is EA. EA games.
Ew. I don't like EA.
Yeah, it's a sports fighting game. It's not like a traditional fighting game.
Nope.
But it's a sports sports fighting game.
Yeah.
Like I understand the appeal of it, but again, it's just
The people
it's
comfy casual games.
comfy casual games because those are the go-to ones. And Grand Theft Auto being the highest one, it's going to break game record sales. Like it's going to happen. It's just that price tag, and we thought it was going to come out this year, but now
It's next year.
now it's going to be next year. So most of these other gaming companies are like, okay, we can take a break. We can probably release our game this year because now we don't have to worry about Grand Theft Auto. But now that we know when GTA 6 is coming out, every other game, avoid that date because you're not going to win.
Avoid the month. It's
Well,
3 weeks at least.
Yep, it's just like, I mean, GTA 6 is looking fun, but I'd rather just go back to 5. I don't care if it's a decade old. Just give me GTA 5. I'll buy it on sale. Cause like no, I don't like it being just $100. Cause no game should be priced that high. It's ridiculous.
or they could, definitely, do something completely different. Be like, you know what, we're gonna make our game super affordable compared to the entire competition. Then you'll really screw up everybody
And
else.
it's like
All
$50.
Be like, yeah, GTA 6 is $50. All the other gaming corporations be like, now we gotta lower our prices. Now how are we gonna compete against that? Because now we priced our
So-
game at $70 to $80.
It's either gonna raise or lower standards of gaming.
Yeah,
That's gonna be scary.
Very scary. I'm scared.
but that's just only for AAA games though.
Yeah.
What will we become in terms of just these first party games just getting way more higher in price? It's just I'm tired, man. It's just
I'm tired.
go back to $60 as they were. Stop charging the price.
It's upcharge.
Yeah, I do miss when game development cycles usually took like maybe 2 to 4 years. At least you know that your next game could come out within that time frame. Like, okay, I could wait another 2 to 3 to almost 4 years for another game to come out. Cool, I got no problem with that. Now it's just like, if a game does really good, now you got to wait until like 6 to 8 to probably 10 years until the sequel of that game comes out. I'm just like, bro,
GTA, I think.
I'm gonna like, bro. I'm gonna be for me, like, I'm gonna be in my damn close to 40.
Oh my god.
When the next GTA drops, I will probably be in my 40s as well.
I'm gonna be like in my late 30s. I'm scared, man.
I'll be 38 when GTA 6 drops.
These times are coming closer to us every day. It's just like
Oh yeah, I'll be 30, literally.
oh my gosh. We're growing old, man.
I
We're growing
know.
old.
Yeah,
They're
we'll be.
calling us the unks and not just the big bros anymore.
Exactly.
Coming unks.
Man, I'll be dead when GTA 7 or 8 exists.
It's just like, listen, I just want to play these games. I just want to play more games before I end up getting even more adult responsibilities. Then I have like no time to play them.
Man,
And then when I work a full-time job, I'm not gonna have time to play the game because I'm too tired. I need
Yeah.
rest.
exactly. Don't you just love just being an adult and
Oh, the shit suck.
Yeah.
Don't you just love being an adult and actually having responsibilities and making sure that you wake up on time and just getting there to work and
Nah, it's
not
just
have any
waking up.
time to just play any games, or at least for me, that my weekends are very limited unless I get some saving grace of a holiday off to the point where
Yeah.
I can actually do stuff. Man, I hate it.
So you
Yeah.
know what's a funny day I'm gonna feel bad for, guys?
What?
The fact that GTA 6 is dropping 2026, but the PC port doesn't come until a year or two later. That's what's gonna hurt everybody else, because those like LARPing people or the role playing people are gonna have heart attacks.
Yeah.
I hate it, man. It's just like, what are we doing as a society?
Just playing games and spending more money than we need to. Unfortunately,
We live in this society.
we live in a society.
We live in a society.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun year.
I hate this timeline of gaming. Like
I do hate this time.
it is.
I feel like some people will say they disagree, anyways, in our chat or probably in the comments later. But
We're not rich. We
Yeah.
have livelihoods to
be like
maintain.
broke.
I like to save my money and not spend on a lot of things under the sun and
Oh,
be
hike it.
eating and just be eating a dish of ice soup.
That's why I said. That's why I've
So
always
much-
said that the reason why people enjoyed the era of like the PS3 360 era, the reason why I bring that up so much is because not only gaming was good, gaming was stupidly affordable to the point where you can start having backlog of games, because that's when people really started building their backlog, their catalog, their library, their collection of just nothing but games throughout that era. Because I was one of them. Now we're getting older, like people like my age, like in our late 30s, early 40s or whatnot. Like we have like backlogs of games. We're still out there, looking and hunting, and not hunting, but looking for other games that we've kind of missed throughout our childhood as we were growing up. Like even for me, like I still have a PS1 that still works. I have a PS2 that still works. I have a PS3 that still works, and I still have my PS4 Pro. And especially for my PS2, I still want to collect more games for my PS2, because there are games that I am not going to be able to play them on this new generation or on PC. I want to have the authentic copy of the actual game, so that way no matter what, no matter how old I am, I still can play this game, 10, 15 years down the road. That's why that era, especially during the PS3 360 era, and of course the PS2 era, is such a great era, because we had access to a lot of games and we could just start building that backlog. And then of course they also continued with the PS4, because the PS4 also had a lot of good games that also came out as well. And that backlog still continued. Now PS5 is just like, I don't even want a backlog.
At this point, we just play everything
Yeah.
on PC. All of them
Yeah.
are PC at this point. So
Yeah.
it's just like,
Literally.
just do that. Save your time.
Yeah.
Emulate your games.
Hell yeah.
Emulate your games, y'all. Keep
Uh,
them stored, keep them safe. If they need updates, update it, so that way, hey, you're still able to play it 10 to 15 years down the road.
This is why preservation is important, kids.
Yeah. Because with games becoming more expensive, and you're not going to get the sequels or the new experiences from your favorite AAA company, you're just going to be waiting a while. So it's just like, well, at least I have a backlog I can go through.
Yeah, or just
El-
go indie.
Take us back to the COVID days where we had nothing to do and we're just locked inside our houses and just complete our backlogs. Because I sure as heck did.
Oh, yeah.
I never did.
Oh, yeah. Like, even for me, like, there are some JRPG games I would love to sit down and play. But it's just like, damn it, they're long. They're good, but they're long.
Exactly. That's why I'm just like, I bought Mario Luigi Brothership, right? Good game. I like it, but the pacing is slow.
Yeah.
And Persona 3 Reload, I also need to finish that game, and then also the expansion with the answer, I guess. But
I still got to get that game, and I haven't gotten it yet because of the fact that time.
yes,
Yep.
Persona games are an investment.
Yes, they are.
I know that firsthand after finishing 5, and it's just like, yeah, you really gotta just invest so much time into Persona.
That's why I'm scared to play it.
I just hope that next year they don't announce like, okay, we're releasing Persona 6 next year, and just like,
Oh no, they're not. We're not getting it. It's gonna be a remake of 4. Or at least it's been rumored. We're never getting P6. They're gonna make every game like Persona 5.
Mm, I'm not saying it's not a bad thing, but it's also not a good thing. It's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's like, do I really want my graphics to be HD when I can just get a new game? Then I'm probably gonna be put in my backlog.
I think the easiest thing that game companies could do is just be like, can we just play this game on this console the way as is without having to invest more resource into making a completely remaking the game to fit to be similar like this game? Like, just listen, I want to play Persona 4 on the PS5. That's it. You don't have to do nothing extra. Just make this game playable on this console with no flaws, no errors, and we're good. No remake, no remaster. Just
And it's just like, as weird as it is, considering that, yeah, we did get Persona 3 Reload.
yeah.
Like last year. But
Mhm.
guys, can you guys slow down on the remakes? I mean, I
They're
don't mind
not.
Persona 4 remake, but like,
Yeah.
give us another Persona game.
Yes.
They're gonna say no. You know this.
Just give us another. Just give us P6. I don't want another remake.
Yeah.
It's just like, why did I spend $20 for Persona 4 Golden when, oh, I guess it's just pointless now because they're making a remake. Why Atlas?
Because they're disturbing.
I guess they're
the
farm. I guess to me, I look at it as they're pretty much farming money, so that way they have enough funds to do Persona 6. We're like, all right, we're gonna give you guys these remakes because we need this, because we need this, we need these sales to go into the development costs for the next big Persona game. Because when that comes out, oh yeah, it's going to completely shake the world of gaming.
Indeed, they are. And speaking of Persona, Atlas aside, I will eventually buy Metaphor.
Good game.
Eventually.
I've heard good things about it, and the
Yeah.
music too.
Because I heard it's pretty good, and people are just like, I guess IGN is also just in the midst of just comparing every Atlas RPG to Persona 5. It's just like,
Damn.
It's annoying.
stop. Every game from Atlas is not like Persona 5.
It's its own independent
Yeah.
thing.
Just because it does a lot of the same things like Persona does, it doesn't mean it's a Persona
It's a
game
JRPG.
entirely.
It's turn based.
But it's also action.
That's true.
But yeah, I guess that's all I got for pet peeves.
I respect
right.
that.
All right. Well, with that being said, I guess we can just put a bow on this episode and wrap it up. So, any closing remarks? Anything you want to say that you want to express or talk about? I mean, the floor is yours.
Anyone you want to diss, insult? No, I'm joking.
Me?
Yeah, if you want to diss somebody.
I mean, I don't want to diss nobody, but I mean, a friend of mine is gonna watch this vlog later. But I did say it earlier, but still, I love you, Pookie.
Oh,
I love you.
I think.
We named him Broly. That's what we named him.
Nice.
It's our old little in joke sort of thing, but yeah. But he's gonna just be like, why did you do this? And just shoot me on spot for the sake of just in terms of because I always say a lot of things in his chat, and he just tires me out. But it's a joke, but
No worries. Everything's all out of love.
basically. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you guys brought me on. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
really much of a podcaster in a way, but this was a very
Nobody is.
ambitious project for me. In terms
Oh,
of
yeah.
just
I know. I saw your hype.
putting myself more out there and just. This is just a very fun experience for me. In
Yeah.
regards to just, I appreciate Miss Petite for, I guess, giving me the idea. I wouldn't say indirectly, but just inspired me and motivated me to be on said podcast. So
Hell
it's
yeah.
really fun. I like it, and at least I get to be myself and just
Oh yeah.
be a little bit more authentic and not just be just nervous on camera.
Yeah, because usually whenever we have someone on for the podcast for the very first time,
They're always nervous.
they're always nervous. Like meanwhile, we've been through so many episodes, and
Yep.
it's just like,
We cycle.
yeah. So it's more of think of it as you're just like talking with just guys who are also gamers, who can relate to your gaming experiences and your gaming backgrounds and whatnot. And we're just like having just a conversation just about video games and whatnot. And usually towards like from the beginning all the way up until like the end, the mood completely changes, and then that person ends up becoming more comfortable
Yeah.
and more expressive and whatnot. And that's what we like to see. And it's just that's what we try to bring here on the podcast, and show to people is that whatever your gaming story is, like someone out there can relate to you or be like, you know what, you mentioned some games that I'm definitely gonna that I'm interested in, and I'm gonna go pick it up. I'm gonna try it out for myself.
Yeah.
Because there are some games that I've never heard of, but when I check it out, I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of dope.
Yeah, and for me, because what I have on right now, it's
Mhm.
just like I can relate to so many people in this manner.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and
Yeah.
it just kind of boosts my confidence in a way. So
Yeah.
it's just I'm free to be myself. I mean, I used to not be as open like this for the sake of back in my earlier years.
Yeah.
For basically just like who knows how long it's I've just been as of late last year, just going to places and just stuff in general I've been doing as of now, like going to cons and interacting with other people and just being in a lot of other crazy shenanigans I've been because
Yeah.
and just I guess showing myself more out there. And I was in a video though with do you know Trayvon the Titan?
Yes, I do.
I was in a video of his recently
Ha. That's funny.
because I was in the Sonic suit. I was hot that day, but it was fun
That's funny.
because like I'll be seeing him later in terms of PlastiCon because I'm going there later and
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a photo shoot before that. So yeah.
Nice.
So hopefully time is on my side and just I will be. Hopefully I could get there before the stream is almost over. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to wrap up anyway.
Yeah, you're
so,
good.
we're just getting your final words and final thoughts out there and whatnot,
Yeah.
and then we're just gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So, Waluigi, any closing remarks?
Yeah. Pleasure at finally meeting you in person. Glad to see you're working on a digital footprint.
yeah.
I actually enjoy the stories that you sometimes put, and I see some of the comments. They're super funny and they seem authentic. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of you game and such.
I do. I like
Yeah.
to do other tournaments and stuff here and there, but only to Smash, and I'll probably dabble into actual fighting games like Street Fighter and stuff.
Yeah. Play what you want. Be yourself. Enjoy what you love because there's only one of you.
Hey, I mean, we only got one. We only got one life in this
That's true.
world we live in.
And it's
so
everybody's first time.
make it, give it your all, and live without regrets.
Amen to that, brother.
Absolutely. And of course, we'll also be at Otaku Fest, and we'll also have tournaments there as well. So, I'll be upstairs at Otaku Fest. I'm running the game room, so
I'll swing by.
We
Yeah,
do need
definitely.
we do need commentators. They would be funny. I had to hear you commentate.
Be commentate.
Yes.
Hey, listen, I'll go for like I don't know if you guys will be on the Saturday, but I'll actually commentate. It'll be
ac-
fun.
we actually got commentators.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need hype people then.
I'll be the hype.
Yeah.
Let me be the hype. I mean, it won't be on
Improvise
camera
adaptive.
though, but like
That's okay.
I would love to be a commentator and do stuff like this because at least I'm being more out there and getting out of my social anxiety bubble.
Oh yeah.
So for the sake of just doing that, it's just more improvement for me as a person.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely helps you get you out of your bubble. You get to be in an environment where you can be, a little, a lot more expressive of yourself, and then just show people that there's more to you.
Mm-hmm. That's what I try to do. I mean, I know I'm always, well, at least people who know me now, I guess at this point, I'm very quiet. I'm mostly a chill guy, but
Yeah.
I'm very, nice and open once you get to know me. So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. Just Dan, thank you so much for being a guest on the podcast.
you so
Greatly appreciate you having you on. And for those who want to be on the podcast, by all means, you're able to fill out the application on our Instagram account, which is South Florida Gamers Podcast. Just click on the bio, or just look for that one video that you see that's pinned in the within our profile, and it'll literally just tell you the steps on how to apply to be a guest on. Yeah, we still have openings, and once our team goes through the applications, then you should receive like a email on a confirmed date. If the date is not good for you, then by all means email back and be like, hey, this date is not good. We can always reschedule, or just shoot us a DM, and yeah, we'll just take things from there. So other than that, this has been episode 129 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. We'd like to thank y'all for watching and tuning in. Big shout out to our subscribers and our followers for always following us, and just sharing the content and getting the word out. And until next time, and as always, y'all stay classy.
Bye.
Peace.
Yeah.
I need more coffee.